Hello and welcome to Fahrenheit 451, Lesson 4, Analyzing Imagery and Point of View in an Informational Text. Before we begin this lesson, let's look at our culminating writing task prompt. How is a theme of Fahrenheit 451 shaped by a literary element or device? To answer this question, you must first determine a theme of Fahrenheit 451. Select the literary element or device you think most strongly conveys the theme. Examine how the selected theme is shaped and refined by the element or device you selected. Then you will write a literary analysis that supports your claims in answer to the question and demonstrates an understanding of the text. Today, you will read Chapter 7 of Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass with a partner. You will analyze vocabulary and summarize the text. And you will analyze word choice and how it develops the author's point of view. For this lesson, you will need Chapter 7 from Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, the vocabulary log that was posted back in Lesson 1, and the page numbers are also listed in Lesson 1 for your student handout workbook, the Reading Protocol, Conversation Stems, and Discussion Tracker handout, also posted in Lesson 1, the Analyzing Language handout, posted in today's lesson. Also, the page numbers are listed in today's lesson. The Douglass Text Glossary, posted in today's lesson, and the page numbers are listed in today's lesson, and 3 highlighters that I will provide for you shortly. Practice reading grade-level text on your own, and analyzing an author's point of view is important for being successful on the cold read task. As you read informational text and learn what makes an author have a clear point of view in their writing, you are able to apply that to your own writing, which you will need to do on the culminating writing task and the research essay for the extension task. The text that we're going to focus on in today's lesson is Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an autobiography by Frederick Douglass. We're only going to read a snippet, one chapter of his work, Chapter 7. He was a social reformer from the 1800s. He was a black man who was born a slave and who escaped the South and became an abolitionist in the North. You will need to take out the glossary handout. Read the first section in italics. Then you will read your assigned section that's on the board and complete the following. You will star specific details about Douglass's experience that help you understand his point of view, and you will summarize your section in the margin. Probably no more than 1 to 2 sentences. You will have 12 minutes to complete this activity. Now you will share your summary with your new group. They will be divided into shortly. You will record the summary for other sections in the margin of your text as you discuss it. You will have 5 minutes to complete this activity. You're going to continue working with your group to complete the activities on the slide. You're going to highlight words and phrases throughout the text that evoke imagery. As you do, I want you to think about the following. What patterns and contrasts do you see in the highlighted words and phrases? You will choose 3 words or phrases and complete the Analyzing Language handout for each of those phrases. As you do this, I want you to think about the following. What is similar about these words and phrases? Do they all relate to a similar topic? Do they all have a similar connotation? Do they all evoke a similar image? What is different about these words and phrases? Do they relate to different topics? Do they have different connotations? Do they evoke different images? You will have 16 minutes to complete this activity with your group. Now you will review the conversation stems for verifying, clarifying, and challenging. Oftentimes, conflict can occur in a discussion, and so we need to establish norms or class rules for a discussion. I want you to think about the following as you're reviewing those conversation stems. What norms do we need to promote a collegial discussion? In other words, a discussion that is effective and conflict-free, that will allow us to accomplish what we need to accomplish in the discussion. So I'm going to list some of those norms that you think we need to have on the board, and we will follow those norms throughout our discussion. I'm going to divide you into 2 groups. You are going to conduct a small group discussion in response to the questions on the slide. You will need to use the conversation stems and the discussion tracker to monitor the discussion. I will be walking around monitoring as well to ensure that you are participating, that you are using conversation stems, and using the discussion tracker. All 3 of those things will determine your grade on this activity. The questions that you will be addressing are, what patterns or contrast do you see in these phrases? What impact do these phrases have on the reader? What is Douglas's point of view? You will have 5 minutes to discuss these questions in your group. Now, in your reading log, you will answer the questions that are assigned. What is Douglas's point of view? How does Douglas use imagery to develop this point of view? What points did you respond to by clarifying, verifying, or challenging? How did you clarify, verify, or challenge these points? Remember that I will be grading these reading logs through Classroom. You will have 6 minutes to complete this assignment. Be sure to include textual evidence in your response. Now for homework. You are going to update the vocabulary log to include the following words from Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave: abhor, detest, vindication, denunciation, and injurious. For this, you will need your vocabulary log, and your copy of Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave by Frederick Douglass. Congratulations! You have completed Lesson 4 of the Fahrenheit 451 unit. In this lesson, you learned that Frederick Douglass uses imagery to develop his point of view, and you practiced clarifying, verifying, and challenging ideas in a discussion.